I wanted to talk a little bit of the 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 special book. So, website published claimed that while most Muslims believe the text established is safe, and but there's errors in it, and apparently one of these errors in translation allowed for the beating of their wives. Yup. Yeah, of course they cannot be changed. What's the biggest? Yeah. I just wondered Um, because I had some people library walk. I don't know if it's library walk, but basically they were talking about how there is no mistake in the Quran, and I want to see if that's true. Uh, no. Okay. So there are errors. It's just that the people in Islam doesn't want to believe that the Quran has errors. Because I always view the religion as it's even the Bible. I think the translation, kept on translation, makes errors possible. Because if you have errors in the translation and vocal, it means because humans were trying to write this and they have no concept of God. They have a concept of God, but God is trying to talk to them, and the humans write it or vocalize it. I don't think humans can really truly understand God perfectly. So the idea that they have an unbreakable, unstoppable textbook is kind of weird to me, and it seems like I am not the only one. Um, uh, yeah. Mm, mm. Yeah. So if you okay, he married 11. Yeah, I kind of thought that. But yeah, I'm reading this and I'm looking at this and it's kind of scary. Um, so yeah, so what I found out by reading that short passage is basically saying that Muslims will defend the Quran and just say everything is right, no matter how many errors they see scientifically. That is definitely an intriguing idea. That makes a lot more sense than what I thought. They could obviously do that, and I don't blame them for it because they believe this is a righteous thing, and I see Moses in there. You see the Bible and the Quran has many things that are similar. I believe more in the Bible, but more in the Bible because obviously that. But the major difference is the Muslim believes that the Jesus Christ wasn't God or the Son of, God. Instead, he was a man, a prophet, a bunch of other shenanigans that don't agree with. But also, women have to wear hijabs, which I don't get. I still don't fully get, and not to offend anyone, but It would seem that there are errors in the Quran, and they're wrong about that. But one thing we do know, there's prophecies about Jesus Christ, and this is historically accurate from many different angles. Jesus Christ was a real person. That's true. And to say he's not the Son of God is, I think, wrong. Uh, everyone is the adopted son of God that we know, but and Jesus was Middle Easterner. Right? If you didn't know that, great, you know that now. Um, but he must no, he might have risen from the dead. He might have not. We don't really fully know. We know that Moses really existed, maybe. I don't know, but I am confused. It could be said that the Christian, I don't know if the Christian God and the Muslim gods are similar or the same. But what I know is that there are definitely mistranslation of, uh, 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 yeah, of the passage, and it gets corrupted over time because humans make errors. Uh, I don't know. But one thing about Islam that is different than the Bible is that all sins are forgivable, I believe. Yeah. I wonder, is the Bible God and the Muslim God the same? Because to me, it sounds very similar. Whom they worship. Yeah. Yeah, they are basically the same God. It's just different interpretation of Jesus Christ and little details that make it different, aka Jesus Christ, and them not believing they're the Son of Man, a Son of God, and we're the Son of Man. Everyone says he's a Son of Man, also, which I think. I don't know really the context of it. I should really read the Bible, which is why I, if you didn't know, I have problems over the world thing. I was gonna make questions on it later on, but not right now. I clearly have not set myself into a standard of being able to make questions about religion yet because I haven't read the Bible or the Quran yet or any other. I, I don't know where I would put that actually. I think I put that in the end. I should put that in the end, yeah. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. But yeah, that's the general sense I got about it. There are errors. It's just a little difficult to find. I mean, it's humans after all, and I was weirded out when the Muslims, a group of Muslims, said that there's no mistake in the Quran. There obviously is. The internet has spoken, and the Hebrew God, the Jewish God, and the Quran God are all pretty much the same thing. It's just hard to denote one from another. It's difficult. Yeah, that's all that is. It's hard to say one God because they're the same God. In the truest form, they're the same God, right? Yeah, they're the same God, just different interpretation of the later passages, making it different. Which I'm talking to like crazy, because there is Moses and then there is all that. Although I don't know the details of it, so I can't really speak too much on it because take this with a grain of salt. I'm not a religious person too much. I believe in God, believe in the Christian God mostly. The Quran, I'm confused a little bit, but I think the Christian God and Allah and the other gods are the same. Seems like they have the same stories, similar stories, and they seem to have portrayed God as this divine being. One just says that Jesus Christ was, and then there's also, yeah. So it's kind of confusing. I know. I really don't really can't say too much about it until I read it.